Valley Club, it is possible to get an Old Man Logan at 7 stars without beating all 10 nodes in the Old Man Logan trials. You don't need to beat that 10th node with Mephisto. Very, very challenging. All you need to do is beat these 9 nodes. And if you already see how I did it to get that 7-star Old Man Logan, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Get out your claws and let's go slash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, we're talking about Old Man Logan, how to beat these trials, get that 7-star Old Man Logan. Don't need to beat all 10 nodes. Only 9 nodes are needed to get that 7-star Old Man Logan. I'm going to show you what I did in this video, as well as some tips, some strategies that I use as well. But before we get to all that, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. There's at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on the channel on a normal week. But some weeks, like this week, there's going to be a lot more with everything to help you in Marvel Strike Force, including question and answer videos, news videos, guides, all sorts of topics to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. But without further ado, let's go into the game and talk about what I did to get to that difficulty 15 7-star Old Man Logan unlock. Now, the packs I used, I only used 3 of them. I did the World at War, where all war abilities are active during this run. Forge and Fire, all Cosmic Crucible abilities are active during this run. And Berserker Barrage, when any character defeats an enemy, fill their speed bar by 20%. So I figured this one would be killing a lot of enemies. More speed is always good. Crucible and War, you got 2 teams that have that are supposed to be dominant in those game modes. You got the Cabal team supposed to be dominant in Cosmic Crucible, and the Out of Time team dominant in Wars. So I wanted my teams to be a little better. All right, I will be showing all of my attacks that I used during this run, but I just wanted to show you the teams that I use in case you just wanted the teams to try to figure this out on your own. On node 1, I used the New Warriors. This is a very easy team, although looking back, I do recommend using Spider Society here. Get your cooldowns all set so that when you go into node 4, which is probably the most challenging node in this whole run, you have your cooldown set. So New Warriors is what I use, but probably recommend getting your cooldown set up for your Spider Society. Next node was the Out of Time node. We use Out of Time here. Not a lot of options to use outside of this. Next node was a Cosmic Bio node, and to be honest, this is going to be very challenging without Super Skrull. There's not a lot of great Cosmic Bio characters that could get you through this. Super Skrull is kind of what carried this. Cosmo, we brought Cosmo in for some ability clears. We needed some healing to make sure that we didn't lose these characters for the next node, but this is who I used for this section here. This node 4 is probably the most challenging, and I did a lot of burner attacks, mainly to get off the ultimates for Lizard. This could sort of slow down the Craven cooldowns as well. So we did 3 burner attacks. I'm not sure if you only need 2, but we did 3 here. We used Spider Society with Black Knight. Now, if you have your cooldowns all set from Spider Society, probably don't need to use Black Knight. I found it a little easier to beat some of those enemies with Black Knight. I'll show you what I did in just a little bit. Moving on to the next node. This was a tough node as well. I was trying to figure out ways you could one-shot this. I wasn't able to figure this out and actually had to use 2 strong teams. The Superior / Sinister 6, good in Cosmic Crucible, good in War. Wasn't able to get through all of the nodes, but did a cleanup with the Apocalypse and Dormammu Undying team, and it's a pretty simple cleanup. Set us up for the next villain section. The next villain section is pretty easy, so you could use some good teams here. This is a lot more challenging than the next section. The next node we did was our Cabal. Not a lot of options here. Just go through and smash this, and hopefully you have your cooldowns set up in case you didn't equip all those packs and have to beat that 10th node. If you do have those packs equipped like I had, you don't need to beat that 10th node. We use a very similar team on this node here. We had Photon and Black Bolt in. Very, very simple node here. We'll show you the attacks. This one was challenging as well. The Red Hulk screwed me up. Spider Society, this one takes a long time, and I think you can one-shot this with the Spider Society. I did screw up on that Red Hulk node, but I just kept the attack because I knew I had a lot of characters left and I didn't need these characters later, so I just went in and beat that Red Hulk. Next was this one, and this was the last node with the villains, so we just used a bunch of good characters here. Apocalypse, Super Skrull, we didn't need him for later on. We brought in Dormammu just in case. Black Cat was there as well, and Morgan Le Fay. We got a little lucky on this node on our attempt there, but we could have had a cleaner attempt that we showed for the video. And then I probably will do this just for fun. I don't need this because there are no ranking rewards. Just get these milestone rewards. Got some pretty good rewards here in the ranking rewards as well. So let's go through that footage and I'll show you what I did to get that 7-star Old Man Logan. All right, so the new war is loaded into node 1. This is what we did here. Start off with a special for Gwenpool, and then we try to target this big clump here. There's a lot of enemies because you get through this pretty quickly. You may want to use a sacrifice team in case your Spider Society is dying. You can't get through these characters, and then just get their cooldown set up for node 4. I think that's what the this unlimited node is for, is to get through it as damageless as possible and get any cooldowns you need set up for future nodes for this. But yeah, new warriors can get through this pretty easily. They are a Cosmic Crucible team, and the Cosmic Crucible bonuses are active for this run. Gwenpool does her ultimate, takes out a bunch of characters there. Kestrel seems like she is one of the big targets that we have to go attack. We go and with the middle section, attack that, what is her name? The Mockingbird. That's we attack the Mockingbird in the section there. And then we go in with a special from Firestar. This is, like I said, this is a pretty simple node here. You can beat this with a variety of teams, but it's just about getting your cooldown set, I think, for some subsequent nodes. And if you're doing a very low difficulty, you may be able to get that unlocked for Old Man Logan just doing this node with a very strong team here. We use the new warriors here, but if you're using some stronger, if you have some stronger teams, other teams that you want to use, just get that unlocked. You can do that on this node. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We're just trying to go through this. We don't need to save any cooldowns for other nodes because we are using the new warriors. If you're using a team like Spider Society or other teams that you would use on subsequent nodes, you may want to watch their cooldowns, or you probably have to watch their cooldowns, but not needed for this team. So we're just trying to use up our cooldowns, kill them as quick as possible, get through this as quick as possible, as painless as possible to get that Old Man Logan unlock. And Maria is kind of a threat here because she can heal. Nick Fury can also heal, so we do want to get them killed so that they can't make this take a little longer and heal up these characters. There's another Mockingbird, Nick Fury, and Maria Hill all can heal on this team. We don't want that happening, and it may pose some problems if you're going for some lower difficulties here. But yeah, we choose to work on the Mockingbird and then go back to the Maria Hill. For some reason, it's not a good strategy, but a lot of times I'm switching my decisions in the middle match, switching targets. Not the best for gameplay, but I thought Maria was a little bit more of a threat here. Yeah, she gets her all these shield troopers out, and we are gonna go. Should we kill this trooper? No, we do the basic here, get some damage on each of these characters instead of just smashing these guys. All right, we do the ultimate from Cloak, takes out a few characters. We do have that speed packed on, so Cloak should be getting a little bit more speed. Deathpool goes off, just killing everybody. And I think we just use the special here. Could have used the basic. Doesn't really matter. We're just trying to get through this as quick as possible. We use the basic here to set up for the next node. Going through this blind, didn't really plan this out. Not really remembering what the last wave is. So I wanted to save some of these cooldowns. Just using the basic there. Using another basic. See what the next node is, or see what the next wave is. As we finish up Mockingbird, there she goes. And here's the last wave. We got a Nick Fury. We got a Kestrel. We got a Rescue. The big target here is Rescue, so she doesn't bring any of those Pegasus characters back. And Firestar just goes in the middle, targeting all of those threats there. Nick Fury, Kestrel, and Rescue's dead. So now we could go after Iron Man Infinity War. And boom, we got another ultimate from Cloak. This is pretty much over. On to the next node, ladies and gentlemen. Just one final hit or two final hits. Let's go. Can Firestar do it? There he goes. Firestar on Nick Fury. Next node is where you need your out of time. This is where I had them built about 2.6 million. This is how the battle goes. And again, if you are not worried about node 10, I wasn't sure that we wouldn't need node 10 at this point. So I'm trying to watch the cooldowns. If you're just going through these 9 nodes, you don't need to worry about the cooldowns. Just smash this section. Would have played this a little differently if I knew that only 9 nodes were needed. So we're trying to save the cooldowns, but yeah, not needed. You may want to save some cooldowns for Black Knight because he does come in handy in a few other sections. Yeah, we go with Star Brand. This should be a pretty easy battle, especially if you have those war bonuses attached on, because this is that war team. All right, decisions now. We go for this middle section here. And now we go Captain Carter. We don't use that special just in case anybody dies. We want to get a little bit of insurance in case we screw up or in case the enemies go crazy with something. We go in the middle, take out Venom. I'm not sure why we took out Venom. I think Doctor Strange Heartless is a bigger threat, although I do see that ability block on now, so I'm thinking that's probably what the justification was there. Mordo's not a huge threat. He does have some stun. He does have some ability blocks. He does have some, not ability block. He does have some stun and some bleeds. Can be an annoying character if you're facing him, but we're using an advanced team here, one of the more recent war teams in the Out of Time. And now big threat here. I guess we have to go after Strife. We do have that awesome special from Cosmic Ghost Rider. And now we get that ultimate up from, boom, Peggy Carter. All right, so we got some damage there that Madeline can do. We got some annoyance from Emma. So I think we're going to go and try to mitigate some of the damage, go after the Madeline Priors here. We use our basic from Captain America. Strife shouldn't be too much of a threat unless he gets that taunt off. Then it's going to be annoying to get through that taunt. All right, we go ultimate here. Boom, we take out everybody. Now it is just trying to slow play this as much as possible to get our cooldowns back, especially for Black Knight. We will need him mainly for the Node 4 with the Spider Society, but we don't have to have him get everything back for that 10th node. All right, so don't really need to save this at this point. We use the big ultimate, get that stun on Void Knight so that we can avoid him pulling us all together, avoid ability block, although that ability block may not stick depending if he does it on Captain America or Starbrand. At this point, we're just trying to get our cooldowns reset, so we're really trying to slow play this, not wanting to use our cooldowns, although we use it right there. We use the ultimate. I think I was trying to get some of the regenerations off of Anti-Venom, some of the characters, and we actually let Anti-Venom revive some of these characters, so I think the primary target should be Void Knight here. If they revive some characters, we do get our cooldowns. We get more of an opportunity to reset our cooldowns. Although I think I remember they bring back a Scream and it kind of screws us up because we don't control that Scream fast enough. The damage very, very low. They got some high health, so just take your time with this node. I do think it takes us a while. Well, yeah, we got about 2 more minutes of this fight. So it's just about resetting our cooldowns at this point and slow playing this. Anti-Venom brings back Scream there, right? We don't control Scream a lot. Now, so what? Do we try to use some cooldowns or do we just go with the basics? Go with the basics to try to reset these cooldowns here and just trying to basic Void Knight to death. You can use that ultimate, but we are still going with the basic. Probably could auto basic at this point, although characters like Scream or anybody that Anti-Venom brings back can be a threat to us. So we go again with the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Void Knight's still not dead, even after all those bleeds. I'm wondering, did I make the right choice to go basics at this point, or should I have waited a little longer and waited for Void Knight to be dead before we went all the basics? But it doesn't cost us the match. It just takes us a lot more time. There's the thing that Scream did. Kind of screws us up. Now we got to get everything back, get our health back, get our cooldowns back. And now that I'm remembering, I don't think we had all of our health back for all of these characters on the Out of Time team. We did have our cooldown set up pretty good. There we go to Captain America to get some ability energy for the rest of this team. And do we use this for Captain Carter? No, we still stick with the basics. We're trying to get our cooldown set up. And I think there's 2 characters. I think Cosmic Ghost Rider and Starbrand don't have full health at the end of this. All right, there goes Scream. Anti-Venom is still left, but these characters aren't doing a lot of damage here, so just kind of slow playing this. I would save these for the end, looking back on this, just to get your cooldowns reset. If they bring back a symbiote, it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, it's more about the cooldowns and your health. I'm trying to get the health all set up so that we go into the 10th node good. But like I said, you don't need to be set up for the 10th node if you are playing this with these packs that I have on. And I think it's a little more benefit for you to have the War and the Cosmic Crucible packs on. Right, Anti-Venom almost dead. We were just trying to use our basics here. And there he goes. So I guess we did have all of our cooldowns set up and our health back for this node. Maybe I guess I remembered it wrong. Right, node 3, very, very challenging. That was the team that we brought in, and I don't think it's possible to beat difficulty 15 without Super Skrull. We use the, we try to get a stun on, what is his name? Dark Beast there. Doesn't work. We get an ability block on Nemesis, reduce the speed of this clump here, and then now we have another ability block. We bring them together and block the other Dark Beast. So this Dark Beast did not get stunned. We still have to worry about him. And now we use Cosmo. Do we use some of the special? Do we hold? We use the special there. We get some of the stuff off with the special. Dark Beast gets the counterattacks, and a lot of this is making sure that we have Nova, we have Void Knight, and we have Super Skrull with his cooldowns reset for the next node, or as close to it as possible. Right, Korg, the reason we brought in Korg, because he could kind of tank, and using a basic from Nova or a basic from Cosmo should bring Korg back to life. It's a little insurance in case he dies, and that was my rationale bringing this. Also saw Dorky Dad use this on the first run of Old Man Logan, so that was kind of what I based some of these team selections on. All right, we go with the basic on Magneto there, and there goes Cosmo, but not really too big of a threat. I guess we could have brought in a lot of other characters instead of Cosmo, but because he died, she died, didn't really do too much for there. All right, and now we're just chaining down with the Super Skrull, trying to save that big move there for Apocalypse. All right, we try to get rid of some ability energy from Apocalypse. We don't want him to use his ultimate and empower basic, one of our characters, not bringing them back to life. Working on Archangel now. I think we switched to targets because of the immunity that that Apocalypse has right there. We go with the special. We're not going to get an ability block with a special, but we do reduce some turn meter. And luckily, it doesn't look like this is an empowered Apocalypse right now. So the ultimate should be coming very soon, but does not come on turn 1, which is a good thing if you're trying to beat this. All right, we have an option to use Super Skrull or not use Super Skrull. We use Super Skrull, flip the immunity on Apocalypse, which allows us to put some debuffs on him. We could stun him. We could ability block him if we get that cooldown from Void Knight reset. We're just gonna work on him with Korg with that defense down. Attack Super Skrull, which is fine. We keep using the basic to save that ultimate for that last villain node. We work on Apocalypse again. His cooldowns or his turn meter is very good. We are not in risk of him taking a turn there. We finish him off. No, we don't finish him off. There he goes. Nova ultimately gets to finish off. And now we just slow play this with Wolverine. This is kind of a challenging node, but not as challenging as the next one. We'll see. We have to use a lot of attempts on the next node. We do this on stream, so I'm going to show the replay from stream of the next node 4, probably the most challenging thing. And it can be a little easier. Node 4 can be a little easier if you get your cooldowns for your Spider Society set up on node 1. Node 4 sucked us out. This is definitely overtuned. Yeah, it's the Lizards and Slayers and then Green Goblin Classic that screws up a lot here. Maybe I'll just wait for Dorky to find a solution for this. Or anybody to find a solution for this. Dark difficulty 15 and CC packs cost you 13, but I'm going to finish milestones onto the last node. No stun. That sucks. So he's gonna do it anyway. We wasted it. I think I still want to save the ult for Slayer, so let's ability block him so he can't heal up his characters. All right. Craven already uses ultimate. Let's use an ability block on this lizard. That doesn't stick. All right, now, yeah, let's spread from here. Or let's start the chain from here. Hit these. Where's Gwen's turn meter? All right. Let's go hit. Oh, I don't know where the cooldowns are. Let's hit this one. Can't have him clearing all my stuff off. Black Knight hanging on by a little tiny thread. Let's go here. Should take out one of the lizards, one of the Slayers actually. This one still has these annoying death proofs to get rid of. This could kill this Slayer. Remove one death proof and go in this section here, or we could go both lizard. Let's go this Slayer. Do some damage on this Slayer here. All right, Slayer should die. Let's spread the disrupted. Or should we wait till a goblin? Let's wait for goblin. All right, that should kill this lizard. Slayer should die. There he goes. All right, there's the goblin we got to worry about. Can we land a stun? Now spread from lizard. All right, let's see if we can land it. Come on, Penny. Slowed him down. All right, that's not the worst. Buys us some time, but yeah, not stunned. Doesn't buy us the amount of time that we need. Let's get the lizard down. So he can't clear all this stuff off of us. That would ruin us. The regeneration is good. Alright, Ghost Spider. We need you. We need your ult. Alright, here we go. The disrupteds. The bleeds. Alright, I think he should bleed out. I think we switch the goblin now. I think Vulture bleeds out also. Goblin could ruin our day. Alright, lizards, we're good on lizard. Craven ain't good, but Craven can't ruin this whole... Oh, maybe he can. Alright, this goblin though. Ability block, you gotta land. Oh, yes, okay. Do I start saving stuff for the next run, or do I make sure we beat this run? Let's not save anything. Let's make sure this run goes. All right. All right. I think we start saving now. We'll get some healing. All right, he still has that ability block, right? So we're still controlled. Let's save the Black Knight. I think Goblin we're good on. We got to watch Craven, though. Okay, I think Craven should die. Goblin should die. Let's make sure Goblin's dead. All right. All right, now we just... Craven should die. Now we just work on our cooldowns. That's good for Ghost Spider. She's all set up. Black Knight. All right, Peter B is all set up. All right, that didn't do anything. That's good. Oh, we killed him though. All right. Oh, good. Okay, good. This is awesome. This is great. Okay, Black Knight. Oh, this helps Peter Pav a little. And Black Knight. Black Knight's perfect. We got this. Yes. Woo. All right, now we're on to node 5. This is also a challenging node. I was trying to find a way to one-shot this. I'm not sure if it's possible with the levels of my characters. So what we do, we actually do the 2-tap here. We use a Sinister / Superior 6 for the first session to take out the first few waves. Getting through this wave isn't a big challenge, but to try to get through this with one shot and then beat the next wave, it's a little more challenging. So we use the Green Goblin Classic, almost full Spider Society. We take out Slayer and put in Vulture though, and we use Lizard, just trying to get through this wave so that we have a clean shot with Apocalypse and are Undying for the next wave that drops. Yeah, Lizard does Lizard things. He gets a taunt off. I think the big threat here is Cosmo. We don't want Cosmo on the field, so we get the ability block on one of the Cosmos and try to control the other one the one in this big group here next to Colossus. All right, so now we got Doc Ock getting some healing, removing some of the debuffs from the team. Actually, he didn't remove any of the debuffs, but he gets some healing, some regenerations for the team as well. We reduce the speed bar with the ultimate of Vulture, and that just screws up their turn meter a little bit. We have some taunts from Colossus. Luckily, we get that removed from Lizard, and now we can just work on these Cosmos. Unfortunately, we got some Korgs taunting because we dropped this Cosmo into the yellow. We can go in this section and shocker both of them. We have one of the Cosmos in the red. And if we do a basic here, I think we should get a kill on Cosmo. One of the Cosmos is dead. Both the Korgs are taunting. One is almost dead. And we use the Vulture on, we have three choices, Cosmo or Korg and the Colossus. We use it on one of the Korgs. Other one is still alive. Get some counterattacks, and now we get a big AoE attack option. Could use that or the basic. We go with the AoE attack and taking out this for thinking of what we want to do. Just get to the next wave for Apocalypse. So we don't use the cooldowns. We know that the Spider Sight or the Sinister Six is gonna die here. And now we got some big threats. Nightcrawler is a huge threat. Forge is a threat because he can bring them back to life, and Gambit with all of his pings, just pings teams to death. Not a fun challenge here with Gambit, and there's another wave that drops after this as well. So we want to do as much damage, get those Cosmos off the field. There he goes. The Korgs are done as well. So if we do this on a second node, any of these nowhere characters aren't going to bring Korg back to life. And now we're just trying to do as much damage to set us up as nice as possible, as easy as possible for the cleanup for Apocalypse and the Undying. Got options to reduce turn meter or hit the entire clump with the basic. We go with the entire clump, and I did not notice that blind was there, but I guess using the basic is the proper choice there. All right, and now we go Doc Ock. We can hit everybody. Let's hit everybody. We get rid of the initial wave. We still have Dazzler from the initial wave, but the big threats here, Forge, Nightcrawler, and Gambit. There is the Nova. The Nova is very, very annoying as well. We go after the Nightcrawler here. Our Sinister Six is looking pretty good. We have Lizard about to die, but we know we're not going to beat this node. We need to do the cleanup with Apocalypse, and that's fine because we don't need this team for any of the other nodes. All right, we get ability block on Nightcrawler, just trying to set us up nicely as possible for the next the cleanup here. Lizard counterattacks Gambit. Infinity Ward Thor makes his presence felt with that big counterattack that he does. And yeah, we're working on Nightcrawler here. Not really worried about Forge too much yet because I know we're not going to finish this node. And maybe we could get him down, or maybe we could reduce the health of some of these characters so that Forge has nobody to bring back. What do we do? Options here, we can go with Forge and reduce the turn meter of Forge a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the best move. If he did his ultimate, it doesn't get the revise, but I guess now that I think about it, he gives a lot of buffs for the team. So yeah, we don't want Forge to take a turn here. All right, and now it is almost over. We are almost losing here. There it goes. All of our team. We get a few nice counterattacks from Green Goblin Classic because he's still charged, but we need to go in with the next team and finish up this. No, there we go. Boom, Nova smashes us, and now it's time for the next team here. We bring in this team, our Undying team with Apocalypse instead of, there we go. Apocalypse there, Undying, and Dormammu, just some insurance in case one of these characters dies. Hela can come back to life. Zombie Juggernaut can come back to life, and Greg comes back to life, and then Zombie Iron Man also comes back to life. All right, finishing this up, we start off with a special of Zombie Juggernaut, and that's a choice. Who do we use the big Apocalypse empowered basic gun? Nightcrawler, Forge, Gambit, all of them are threats that we need to take out, and it's not going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to clear out a full character unless they are reduced in health. Remember, the empowered basic from Apocalypse does % damage, and it does some damage as well. So now we got choices. Do we take out Nightcrawler, Forge, or Gambit? I think I opt to take out Nightcrawler here. I don't want him getting his ultimate off. Now, he does not die there, so we got to watch him. All right, so yeah, we're still good. Hela is going to spread. I think we spread from we spread from Forge. Trying to look at what the debuffs on the team are. Who do we want to spread to? And man, that is that Hela ultimate does not still kill Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is still alive. And now we got some options. We could do a big AoE attack or do a stun. We get a stun on Forge to make sure that he does not do his big move. And it looks like Forge takes out Nightcrawler, which is great. All we got to do is make sure that we take out Forge and we should be good. Apocalypse did end up stunning Gambit, so we're not getting those extra pings from Gambit, and that is a good thing. And it looks like we could just start to save some of our cooldowns. Let's get the kill on Forge, kill on Gambit, and then we could just worry about this guy Nova. Now he does lose charges, I think, by the time we go for the attack. There's his charges. Now we can just focus on Gambit to reduce those pings. Forge doesn't have a lot of turn meters, so we don't have to worry about him. This is a great move. Boom. Oh, we didn't do it though. We did the basic. I think we're saving the ultimate for the next node. Looking back, not needed. We could have done the ultimate to get that battle done a little bit earlier. All right, and now we just try to save cooldowns, get some health back for Hela, and see if we can get that Apocalypse close to his ultimate as possible. Unfortunately, Nova is just dying a little too quickly. Want to get more health. We want to get Hela taking more turns. Want to get Juggernaut taking more turns. And I guess this is the place that we come out of without the characters at full health. Hela's not at full health. Zombie Juggernaut's at full health. So this is the place that we came out of without the characters at full health. Node 6, not a lot of options here. You have to use Cabal. You have to use Emma Frost. You have to have Loki. So this is what we did. This is actually a pretty easy node if you control these characters. You have Penny, Peter B, that's initially on the node, and we got a couple of vowels that pop up on this node as well, make it a little challenging. They can bring characters back to life. If Penny does her big ultimate, it could be a mess for us. And I think in one of our initial runs, we didn't control Penny long enough. She did her ultimate and we all died. I think this is the second time that we did this, and we do a lot better controlling all of these characters. And this time we actually work on Peter B first instead of Penny. Penny doesn't have a lot of turn meter as long as we get her before she does her ultimate or control her before she does her ultimate, we should be good. Choices here, we go after Val instead of Penny. I think we're still working on Penny. Yeah, Peter B should bleed out. We have a Pav there that we have to worry about. Do we do the ultimate? Yes, we get the ultimate. Unfortunately, stun Beta Ray Bill, not the character we wanted to stun. We wanted to stun Penny, but now she's open for us to attack. We move back to Penny for the leader ultimate, not good enough. And we do the ultimate from Loki just to get a little bit more damage mitigation so that our enemies have a few more targets for us to attack. It looks like we can finish off Penny right now. She probably will finish herself off with the bleeds. We put a blind on Pav. He does do a lot of damage, and I don't want our Cabal to take a lot of damage. At this point, it's just kind of about resetting our cooldowns for that last node. Again, I didn't know that that last node would not be needed. Only 9 nodes are needed, so it was a nice, pleasant surprise that we got to that score and we didn't have to beat the last node. So feel free to use your cooldowns here if you're going for that 9 node method. If you want to do that 10 node method just to prove a point to yourself, then save your cooldowns here. But if you are just looking to get that win and beat this, beat old man Logan, then yeah, you don't need to save your cooldowns here. We get a stun on Val. No, we actually don't. We're saving our cooldowns here. We don't use the ultimate. And can we use a special from Loki? I think we do use a special on Loki to get Val out of there. After Val is done, there's no chance for anybody reviving. Not a lot of heals either. Then we just have to watch Jane Foster, Thor, and Infinity normal Thor there. I don't think Gwenpool can do a lot more at this point. I think she's used her ultimate. So the big threat right now is Val and then controlling the rest of these characters. All right, we are going in with the basic. Val probably will bleed out as she takes a turn, but we kill her before that even happens. Next is Gwenpool, and then we just worry about the Thors. Not a lot that I think Noir can do. We have some counterattacks. We have a lot of buffs on us. We have a lot of Barry on us, so I don't think we have to worry about Noir. I don't think we even have to worry about Jane Foster Thor either. All right, we get her down before she can do anything. We go after Thor with the basic of Emma Frost, trying to reset some cooldowns. We keep working on Thor. I think he's going to bleed out, so we move on to Noir, and Noir probably will bleed out, but he does have that revive once, so we have to kill him one more time. We go and make sure Thor is dead, so it's a 5-on-1 fight instead of a 5-on-2 fight. And now we just use our basics. And that was a question, can we kill him before he takes a turn? He does have full turn meter, but leader does his thing and knocks him out. So the first Cosmic Bio section was pretty hard. This one a lot easier. We went in with that team that you saw there: Black Bolt, Photon, Void Knight, Super Skrull, and Nova. If you have those characters, it should be pretty easy. If you don't have Super Skrull, though, I think it's going to be a challenge. Misty Knight starts off there. Ability blocking Void Knight, which is not good. We use this clump to ability block Shang-Chi and reduce the turn meter of that clump in the middle. We use our basic on Shang-Chi, and now we got a choice to stun somebody or use the basic for Nova. We go ahead and use the basic for Nova. We kill a few characters. Black Bolt does Black Bolt things. As long as we get them into the red health, Black Bolt's going to be burping all of them, and does not get Shang-Chi burp, but he dies anyway from the bleeds that he had on him. We get another character done. And do we need to save Super Skrull's ultimate for the last villain node? We do go ahead and try to save that ultimate. There's a bunch of disrupts on all of these characters. Luckily, we get Luke Cage with that disrupt as well. We use this in the center. We get some adjacent target attacks as well. We get some more pings from Black Bolt. And now we could bring these characters together. We don't need to save Void Knight at this point. It's not going to be on those villain nodes, and is not a Cabal out of time member. So we don't need to save any of these characters except for Super Skrull. Only villains is remaining. And if you're doing that 9-node method, all you need is the villains. So just save Super Skrull. You can freely use all of the cooldowns of all of these characters. We say screw it and just use the ultimate here, and hopefully we get some chance to revive. We do have Apocalypse that are pretty much set up, and we have a lot of villain options as well. Don't think we're going to get that ultimate from Super Skrull back, but yeah, we are good on this node. Now it's just trying to slow play this a while, just get our cooldown set up for Super Skrull. We do get a few extra burps there, and now it's just trying to slow play this, get Super Skrull as many turns as possible before we have to hit that villain node with Super Skrull. Namor does not go down yet. Again, we're trying to slow play this, so we're just watching the turn meter. Namor does take a turn. Shang-Chi does take a turn. Mr. Fantastic is the only one that could really hurt us with a turn, but yeah, he's not taking a turn. Luke Cage won't do too much either, and I don't think we get our cooldown set for Super Skrull, but we do have the special ready, and we do have him at full health. All right, we use Spider Society on the next node. This is not a hard node, but this is a long node. It takes a long time. We did this twice. Both times Red Hulk kind of screwed us up, and getting through these absorbing men take a long time. This first wave takes a long time to get through. There's a lot of health on the absorbing men. Now, what I wanted to do is get these absorbing men killed so that we don't have to worry about a Red Hulk. The first time we weren't able to ability block Red Hulk or put a stun on him because we had a taunt from absorbing man. So I wanted to take out the absorbing man before we got to that Red Hulk node. Also, Cho is a problem because if Red Hulk drops, Cho's on the field, not good. We also have some Green Hulks to worry about as well. So this is just a very, very long node. And yeah, you can skip forward to the next section if you don't want to see this, but we do a lot of experimentation here, and it takes a while to get through all these characters. Yeah, so got to get through the taunts of the absorbing man. They do have a lot of health, and it doesn't seem like we have a lot of damage to mitigate that with our Spider Society. But also, we do have the Crucible bonuses on, so, and the War bonuses. So this Masters of Evil and this Gamma team are all have their bonuses on. Can make some of this node a little easier without those bonuses on, although without the War and Crucible bonuses on, you would have to do the 10th node, and you wouldn't have your out of time or Cabal strong enough to possibly beat the previous node. So the effect, this is the main node that you're going to feel the effects from the enemies turning those bonuses on. Didn't really feel the effects of this Crucible War before that, but yeah, this is a tough node to kill just because of the health of these characters. There goes Moonstone, so one down, but we still have to worry about Titania. We still have to worry about these taunts from these absorbing men and try to get Cho down. Cho is not a good character if you're facing him. He does a lot of healing. He puts healing on the Gamma team, steals buffs from your team, puts death proofs on the Gamma team. So yeah, he's a character that we want to eliminate before the Green Hulks and before the Red Hulk drops. All right, we have an option. We can do the big special here. Cho is disrupted, so don't do too much there, but we put a lot of damage on these characters, on the non-absorbing man characters. Cho, in the middle, is in the red. He has a death proof. He has a defense up on him. Now absorbing man does his thing. He's at full health already. Man, these guys are so annoying. And I think, like I said, this is not a challenging node as far as risk. If you look at the battle, after that initial wave, most of these characters stay in the green as far as their health. But yeah, it does take a long time because there's a lot of health in these characters. So just be patient getting through this node because it does take a while, especially if you want to do this correctly and set yourself up for an easy cleanup in case you screw up on that Red Hulk. But as long as it's just one character or just a couple characters, there's a lot of options you can clean up this skill section with. Kestrel still around. Nick Fury, that a lot of people have built up from those old Invader days, are still around. And you have the new Avengers as well, which may have built up already for those previous trials. I believe it was Green Goblin Classic, and also they're pretty good in war. So those are some backup characters if you don't one-shot this with the Spider Society. And also, if you're doing 9 nodes, you can use Black Knight on this node as well if you need to clean up, because as is proving, you don't need to do that 10th node for that score. All right, we go with the special, or excuse me, the ultimate there, mainly for the buffs that Penny does on our team, not necessarily for the stun that doing that absorbing man there. The stun did not stick. I don't remember if he had an immunity or not, but yeah, there's another taunt from the other absorbing man just trying to get through these. We want to get through the She-Hulk as well because she can be throwing our buffs back to us, or the buffs or the debuffs back to us if she is fully charged. So we want to try to eliminate her as soon as possible as well, and just set up for that Red Hulk as soon as he drops. Like I said, this is a long node, but I don't think it's a very challenging node other than trying to have your patience tested, because it does take a long time to kill these characters and get through these characters with their high health and all the war and crucible bonuses on. All right, now we can do the basic. We keep working on She-Hulk. Looks like she possibly could bleed out. She is controlled at this point, but she does have 3 charges. So we got to get her down before she gets those full charges up versus throw some stuff back at us. And she should die at this point as soon as she takes a turn, as long as she doesn't get an extra charge before turn. All right, now is the last one. All right, there she goes. She's not throwing anything back at us, which is good. We didn't want that to happen. And now we have some damage. We have some big damage from Pav. We try to use it on these absorbing men, all the rebound attacks, get these guys down so there's not a taunt to worry about. Green Hulk can still taunt as well, but I haven't found him taunting too much in this node after he does his ultimate there, so that's a good thing. We stick on the absorbing men so we don't have to worry about a taunt later on. A couple death proofs to get through, invade to get through as well. We go with the basics there to try to watch the cooldowns. All right, so that Green Hulk did taunt, but after this taunt, I don't recall them taunting on any of the battles that I do or the previous battles that I did. So I think absorbing man is still who I want to work on at this point. Although the Green Hulk's absorbing abomination isn't a bad threat, especially Titania being there as well. All right, Green Hulk gets reduced in health a little bit. 7 enemies remaining. There are a few on the field. That Kang isn't a big threat because he doesn't have a high health pool. All right, I think we spread from absorbing man to the rest of these characters, or we wait till Kang is on the field and Red Hulk is on the field. We don't. We spread right now. Get the defense downs, get the offense downs, and the slows to everybody. Still working on that absorbing man, trying to get this clump there. The Hulks, the abominations. Absorbing man should be close to death as soon as you get through that death proof. All right, there goes one of the Green Hulks. Abomination is still on the field. There is the Kang. There is the Red Hulk. Let's go ahead and use a stun on Kang so that he can't do Kang things. Yeah, he could do a lot of damage. We are building up the charge. Unfortunately, the war bonuses give Red Hulk a charge every single time we attack a Gamma character. We do have only 1 Gamma character remaining in Abomination, so we were going to get another charge on him. But the good thing is we still have a lot of backup characters remaining that we can clean up if it's just a Red Hulk or just a Red Hulk and Kang or just a few of these characters. All right, we work on Titania. Titania is full of bleeds. There goes that absorbing man, so we don't have to worry about a taunt. No Green Hulks, no absorbing man. We get a basic for Titania, and we want to hold off on using that stun. Hopefully we can get it on Green Hulk. he does his move and the immunity is off of him at that point. He does have 2 charges, so we have to watch that to make sure that he's controlled. I think at this point, I want to get that kill on Kang, get that kill on Abomination. Although if we hit Abomination, we're giving another charge to Red Hulk, which is not good. So I'm trying to figure out how do we win this without either hitting Red Hulk or without hitting Abomination, and it's not possible with the moves that Pop does. He's going to hit somebody, give another charge to Red Hulk. But like I said, it's okay. All right, now we get a stun on him, which is good. It delays the inevitable for just a little bit, and I probably should have hit Absorbing Man, Abomination at this point to get another charge on him. And while he's stunned, we actually hit Red Hulk. Not a great move. I think I tried to do an ability block there for some reason. Not a smart move. But now the charges on Red Hulk. There is a charge. Where's the charge? He doesn't get the charge. All right, so now we really have to watch this, watch what we do with Pav, and next move that we do will get another charge to Red Hulk. There he goes. He almost has a full turn meter, and we played that wrong, and we just don't have enough juice to get through it once he does his big ultimate. Yeah, the battlefield effects aren't that crazy, but the ultimate is a crazy thing. But luckily, like I said, we have a bunch of characters that we can clean up with. We bring in Nick Fury, we bring in Shang-Chi, we bring in the new Avengers, and we bring in Kestrel here. Actually, we don't bring in Shang-Chi, we bring in Gamora there. Switching about at the last second. We just go whittle him away. As long as we don't hit him 5 times without control, we should be good. And I think we actually get lucky on this last one, but this was our first attempt on this, so we could have played this a lot better. But yeah, options here. Do use the basic here to get a defense down on him, special here to do some damage, or use the ultimate to do as much damage and put that defense down. Use the special here, although I think the ultimate would have been better on Red Hulk. All right, more damage. Kestrel with those pings. Got those full 5 charges, so I have to worry about this again. And we need to get a little bit more damage. Kestrel, can you do it? Almost, very, very close. We almost run into a Red Hulk, but luckily, little turn meter for Ronan. So yeah, we got through that one. Ugly, but let's go to the last node and see what we use. This is what we use here. Apocalypse, Black Cat, Morgan Le Fay, Super Skrull, and Dormammu. Let's go ahead with this battle here and play this. Last battle here, and yeah, this is all you need. You don't need to beat Mephisto. Can do this chain all the way down with Super Skrull. Wasn't sure which side to go to. Actually get lucky and flip a lot of it. Everyone gets flipped except for Photon. Let's use the stun. I choose Kate Bishop because I don't like when she blinds us and the counterattacks and everything. Not sure if Miss Marvel would have been a better character to go after, or maybe Captain Marvel, but yeah, we end up stunning Kate Bishop, and I think we get blinded anyway. Gonna blind on our Super Skrull, an ability block on our Black Cat, but we still have Apocalypse, so we should be good. We got Super Skrull as well. Even a blind Super Skrull is pretty good. Let's just use a basic here because he's blind. Yeah, it doesn't do. Actually, it goes through it. Doesn't matter. He can be blinded. All right, we looking for an ability block. I guess we do this on Rescue. I'm not sure why Rational is attacking these characters here. Let's use a basic. Big AoE attack basic and save the ultimate for another wave. We get Ultimus here, Apocalypse here, and I should have killed these characters with Apocalypse and get more turn meter for him. Doesn't matter. We get 1 kill there. He gets more turn meter. Let's get Morgan Le Fay a kill. Oh, there she goes. She gets the kill there. And Super Skrull's cooldowns are almost set up for his ultimate. Looking pretty good at this point. And I wanted to see if we're still recording at that point. I wasn't sure if it was recording. Use the ultimate from Dormammu. Puts a lot of negative effects on the enemies, which is great for us as we continue with this. Miss Marvel, Hard Light is the taunt, and not a problem. This is a pretty easy node. Some of the earlier nodes are more challenging, some of these later nodes, so keep that in mind. You don't have to save all your cooldowns because these later nodes do get a lot easier than some of the early ones that you fight. All right, Super Skrull, we're gonna save this. We're gonna use the basic here on Viv Vision and on Captain Marvel. We go on Miles, gets him down. 6 enemies remaining, and we are almost close to 7-star Old Man Logan, ladies and gentlemen. We use the basic there, and it's the last node. We are really good with our cooldowns. We have an ultimate from Apocalypse. We have an ultimate from Super Skrull. Let's just go for the kill. Boom. Gets them into the yellow, nobody into the red, unfortunately. And now we have the big Apocalypse ultimate. I guess we end up using this in the highest health character in Captain Marvel, and then just Dormammu ends up killing Kate Bishop, and that is it. We get the score we need. Let's get the final confirmation of the score. 13.5 million is what we need for all the milestones, and that got us 14.2. And there it is, Old Man Logan 7-star upgrade. Unfortunately, we don't have a big screen to see like we did in the past, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I did to get that 7-star Old Man Logan. Hopefully this video helps you if you're tackling difficulty 15 or one of the previous difficulties. Hopefully using some of these strategies can help you get through this. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, gave you some value, leave it a like. It is free for you. Tremendously helps out that YouTube algorithm and the ValleyFlyin channel. And if you want to see what are the best teams in Marvel Strike Force right now, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.